In the quiet corners of our world, tucked away from the noise of modern life, history sometimes holds its breath, waiting to be exhaled. It waits in the dust, in forgotten places, where great civilizations once thrived. For archaeologists, the thrill is not just in the finding, but in the listening. It is the hope of hearing a whisper from a time long past. Imagine a small piece of clay, no larger than a human hand, pulled from the soil of what was once Mesopotamia. It is ancient, fragile, and etched with the secrets of a people who looked at the same stars we do, but saw a very different universe. This is not a story of gold, of great monuments. It is a story of something far more precious, a single unassuming clay tablet, holding a story that challenges our understanding of the ancient mind. The team that found the tablet was a small, dedicated group, accustomed to the patient work of piecing together the past. They had been excavating the site for several seasons, a modest ruin overshadowed by the grandeur of nearby cities like Uruk. This place was different, seemingly a small outpost, perhaps a minor religious center. The tablet was found in what appeared to be a scribe's chamber, buried with other more mundane fragments. It was its unique character that set it apart. The clay was of a finer quality. The script was inscribed with a careful, almost reverent hand. Once in the laboratory, the tablet began to surrender its secrets, word by painstaking word. The Sumerian language is a complex tapestry. Translation is an art as much as a science. As the scholars worked, a strange and compelling narrative took shape. The text was not a myth in the traditional sense. Instead, it read like a geographical or astronomical treatise. It spoke of two worlds, like reflections in a celestial mirror. The words, when translated into our tongue, are both simple and profound. The core of the tablet's message can be broken down into a few astonishing concepts. The first is the unequivocal assertion of a second Earth. The text does not present this as hypothesis or metaphor. It is stated as a fact, a piece of cosmic geography. Ketur is like our own, yet unlike, a place of dusklight, where the sun is a cooler fire, a familiar echo, fundamentally different. The second key idea is a bridge connecting these two worlds. The tablet uses the Sumerian gishta, a beam or a causeway, not a spiritual path, but a structure, a conduit. It spans the great void, shines with no fire of its own, a fixed path linking two specific points in space. A physical bridge between worlds, written thousands of years ago, is staggering. It reads like science fiction. Third, the tablet gives context, a time of closeness, a bygone era when the two Earths were nearer, when the bridge was more easily traversed. It hints that people, or wise ones, once crossed, a memory of a lost age, the bridge a path for the worthy alone. What are we to make of this? Possible interpretations are vast. The concept of the bridge, the gishda, the description is hauntingly specific. It is not a rainbow, nor a beam of light from a star. It is a stable, tangible structure. It does not waver in the winds of the void, and its surface is as smooth as river-worn stone, something that could be walked upon. The tablet states that the bridge glows with an internal luminescence, like the moon on a misty night. It suggests a technology or a natural phenomenon outside their frame of reference. Yet they found words. Its cool, steady light stands apart from the fire of the sun and stars, an object of the between, a liminal connector. The bridge was not a highway. Its use was restricted, a path for the worthy. Worthiness might mean purity, knowledge, or ritual, a door for heroes, priests, even gods. A key held by a few. To understand the tablet, we must first understand the minds that created it. The Sumerians did not see the world as we do. For them, there was no sharp division between the physical and the metaphysical. The gods were real, and they walked among mortals. The sky was a solid dome, the An, and the earth a flat disk, the Kai, floating on a freshwater ocean. Their myths explained the universe. A great flood was not random. It was a deliberate act by Enlil. Gilgamesh journeys to the ends of the earth, crossing the waters of death to seek immortality. Inanna passes through 7 gates to the underworld. Yet this tablet feels different, less narrative, more descriptive, like a manual or gazetteer, lacking named gods and epic conflict. Some speculate it is not myth, but memory, a distorted record of a real event passed down through generations. Perhaps the second Earth was a rival land or a lost homeland, and the bridge a legendary path that we must not force modern categories on ancient minds. A story could be literal and symbolic, explaining a sky event, a migration, and a moral all at once. The power of the tablet lies in its ambiguity, its many possible readings. In the face of such an extraordinary claim, caution and skepticism are our most valuable tools. The first challenge lies in the translation itself. Cuneiform is among the world's oldest and most difficult scripts. A single wedge can alter meaning. Many words have multiple interpretations. Second Earth could mean low ground or a foreign land. Bridge could be a treaty or a celestial alignment. The tablet is incomplete. Translators fill lacunae with educated guesses, shaped by their own perspectives. It must be weighed against the wider Sumerian corpus. So far, this account appears unique, a hapax legomenon. Fascinating, but a weak foundation for radical theories. Uniqueness makes it important, demanding rigorous inquiry, not blind acceptance. Seek corroboration, re-examine texts, consider all explanations, mundane and extraordinary. The tablet is a question, the beginning of an investigation. It is impossible to hear this story and not let the imagination wander. The narrative resonates with themes that have dominated science fiction. A twin planet, even a counter-Earth concealed by the sun, is a classic trope. Stable wormholes, stargates, bridges across space-time are cornerstones of speculative storytelling. To glimpse such ideas, even faintly, in a 4,000-year-old text is thrilling. It has captured writers, filmmakers, and alternative historians. Some see proof of ancient astronaut contact, the second Earth as a home world, the bridge as a technology described in ancient terms. Mainstream science urges caution. Another Earth mass in our system is highly improbable. Its gravity would betray it, and precise models show no trace. We must separate enthusiastic speculation from investigation. Use the tablet as a springboard to imagine, but do not confuse dreams with facts. Treat such ideas as artistic interpretations, not conclusions. This artifact deserves rigorous, respectful study. Before we look to the stars, we must exhaust the Earth. The Sumerians were a river people, living between the Tigris and Euphrates. Their world was shaped by floods, shifting riverbeds, the appearance and disappearance of islands and land bridges. Could the tablet poetically describe a dramatic geological or hydrological event? Imagine an earthquake rerouting a river, or a drought exposing a long hidden land bridge. Such a moment would be world-changing. The crossing becomes a magical bridge, the far shore a second Earth. Human history is movement. Perhaps ancestors crossed deserts, passes, or island chains. In time, the memory became the myth of two Earths and their bridge. The second Earth as homeland, the bridge as the route of migration. These earthly readings are less sensational, but plausible, and true to the Sumerian landscape. A bridge may have spanned not stars, but desert, mountains, or sea. The story is no less powerful for being human-scaled. If the explanation is not on the ground, perhaps it is in the sky. The Sumerians were devoted astronomers, nights spent charting constellations. A spectacular celestial event could inspire a story this grand. A comet with a sweeping tail could be read as a bridge, a path between heavenly bodies. If unusually close, it might be perceived as a world unto itself, a second Earth. Ancient peoples often named new lights as visiting stars. A rare conjunction could also suggest a connecting path. When Venus and Jupiter appear close, the spectacle can be stunning, a destination gleaming above a path. Near the horizon, alignments can feel like ladders to the heavens. We can test these ideas by reconstructing skies of the past, matching dates to the tablet's archaeological context. A match would not be proof, but strong circumstantial evidence that the scribe described a light show in the heavens, not a road to another planet. In the end, what are we left with? We have a small broken piece of clay and a story that echoes across 4,000 years. We do not have proof of a second Earth or a bridge between worlds. What we have is more subtle and perhaps more valuable, a rare glimpse into an ancient mind grappling with the vastness of the universe. The tablet is a testament to our need to explore, to question, to make sense of the unknown. Its value is the questions it asks. It urges fresh eyes and honest humility. Approach texts with rigor and with wonder. More research is needed. Test earthly and celestial hypotheses. Build slowly. Get it right. Feel awe and caution. We owe duty to truth and to the artifact itself.